Hey, good morning. It was a really heavy rain last night, and I don't know. So the creek is like full with water. So I couldn't sit where I normally sit. So I'm sitting on the other side of the creek by this road, by the cars and everything. Might hear a lot of cars. But yeah, changed up a little bit of everything because of all that rain we had last night. But I'm still getting to these cards. Okay. The card today is Eight of Wands. I mean Eight of Swords. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Eight of Swords. I don't really know too much about the Eight of Swords, but it appears like she's in bondage. Swords is mental, so maybe it has to do with your mental being blocked or like bond. Like with the Two of Swords, though the lady has like a blindfold over her eyes, she could put the swords down and take the blindfold off. And the hangman is like deciding to like hang there, but this person, I don't think they could like unbind themselves. So we'll see. And there's a castle in the background. So usually people explain like, there's something back there where they could get help maybe, but she's standing in like marshy water, maybe like the edge of a beach or the shore, but the sky is clear. So I'm gonna look up more interpretations so I can say. Okay, it represents a feeling of being trapped and victimized. So, okay, I'm gonna look up. Okay, so learning more about this. So it is a feeling of feeling trapped, and that like the person. I mean, someone explained that they're not that tied up, that they could easily shake the ropes off and take the blindfold off and go back home to where they're from. And it actually makes me think of a friend of mine, but then it also makes me think of the time that, not recent, but the last person who I really liked a lot. We were going through a lot, and I was taking slightly a victim role, but I really wanted to be with this person, so I was trying to get them to see like what their wrongdoing was, that they were doing wrong and whatnot. And I was like, and then I asked the question like plenty of times to myself, like, could I really see myself being with this person? And I really couldn't, because I didn't trust them, and they were so different from me that it was like conflicting. And but I was still trying to make something happen for some reason. And along with that, what they had did early in the relationship or whatever was messed up, and I kept on like trying to make them see how that was messed up, trying to make them feel guilty or something. Really just wanted them to like apologize, and somehow wanted to like feel like I could trust them. But meanwhile, I'm just like trying to like be in this victim and like all this victim mentality and stuff, when easily I could have walked away, but it didn't feel so easy. And then when I did walk away, it still was like I was still thinking about this person and still trying to understand like why couldn't it have worked and whatnot. And but now looking back, I wouldn't say I couldn't have gone through what I went through. I couldn't have just been so like easily like let it go. I was like trapped. I was in my head, like, I don't know, I had to definitely go through that. I don't know if I would go through that again because of that experience, but during that time, it was like that was who I was, that was how my mind was. And so yeah, I could have walked away and go back to my castle back here, but I chose to stick it out and deal with all the grief that it brought. And so like all this, all this mental stuff, all these 8 swords, even though it seems, well, she feels to be trapped, she could walk away. She has room to get away and be free. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, just all this is her mental, the 8 swords. When you reverse, she, like, I like to think like all of these things drop, but she's able to look. She, her blindfold is taken off. She's able to look around her and see her options, put everything in perspective, and even, I don't know, just being able to rationalize everything and like figure out decisions and stuff, that she has more options than what she thought, or just play out her options. And she's choosing to, like, get healthy and fix the situation and get out of that victim mentality. So yeah, knowing that the swords is mental, I think this is a really easy card to kind of remember. Yeah. All right. Well, I hope that helps. 8 of Swords.